My name is Peter Murphy and I am a business owner in the state of Massachusetts. What is the state of our economy? We all talk about this in groups at dinner, having a drink at night, and we all have different opinions. And who drives our economy? Well, business drives our economy. Currently, right now, if you look at capital gains, it's at 15%. Under President Obama, at the end of this year, it would be 39.5%. This will destroy our 401ks. So here we are with savings accounts, trying to plan for our retirement, and here we're getting taxed again. We're on the cusp of a financial bubble. After years of wasteful bailouts, artificially low interest rates, government saving the big banks. These are the big banks that we can't get a loan from for small business. These are the big banks we can't get a loan for a mortgage for a house. These are the banks that are holding foreclosed properties and won't let them off their books because their books are artificially inflated. And if they take them off, their financials won't look so good. We have 45 million Americans depending on food stamps. We have 36 of 50 states that have raised taxes. We look at our debt crisis at 16.2 trillion at the end of this year. We have looked at no balanced budget amendment for the last 3.5 years. We have $100 trillion in debt and obligations. We borrow about 40 cents of every dollar we spend from China. And China is starting to get a little tired of us because they are losing hundreds of billions of dollars every year doing business with America. We're not taking enough money in tax receipts to pay for the deficit. There are 6 unemployed Americans for every 1 job available, and we haven't seen this since 1930. We have 25 million people out of work. And then you look around the country and you see places like Jefferson County in Alabama just filed the largest municipal bankruptcy in US history. The same thing happened in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and also in Central Falls in Rhode Island. We have so much wasteful spending at the executive branch. President Obama going to India, taking 4,000 people with him, taking 6 armored cars, taking 40 jets with Air Force One, renting 870 rooms at the Taj Mahal 5-star resort, and spending $200 million per day. Over 5 days, that's $1 billion of the taxpayers' money. That would do a lot for the poor and the homeless and the people in need in this country. Government spending is out of control, and it starts at the top with bad leadership. And it's no wonder the other branches of government, GSA, and other branches that are out there doing the same thing, because they just don't see the leadership in Washington, and they don't see the president leading by example. The question you have to ask yourself, and I forgot, we talk about our roads and our bridges. I drive the roads, and we are driving on roads that would be seen as third world country roads now. They're putting gravel on some of the roads because the cities and towns have no money. The federal employees are paid 20% more than in the private sector. And with the added costs of benefits, it jumps to 50%. And you ask yourself, what do you get for this? Sometimes a lot of bad service. So the question is this the economy we want? And is President Obama going to change? And the answer is no. President Obama had 2 years, and he had political capital to make any changes, having the House and Senate at his fingertips, but he chose Obamacare. And this is Obamacare that nearly 70% of the American people don't want. So there's a look at the current state of our economy, and a look at what President Obama has done to this economy with him being the CEO. So how much more of this can we take? Well, we can't. 4 more years of Obama and another $5 or $6 trillion, we're done. We are finished. We are financially in ruin. This will destroy the poor, the middle class, and the rich in this country. So we can't afford another 4 years of President Obama's brilliant economic tactics. So what is the answer? The answer is to take a very serious look at the two gentlemen that are running right now, Governor Romney and Paul Ryan. And we look at Governor Romney's background, and he's a proven CEO. He's a man that has ran many, many companies, created thousands of jobs. And he is accompanied by Paul Ryan, who has a history of trying to bring down the budget. And his background again is CPA, and he's a numbers guy. So what is this ticket going to bring to us? Well, we're going to have energy changes. We have no energy policy in the United States, so Governor Romney will bring in a new energy policy. We will be drilling oil and gas 24/7. He will lift all the regulations that President Obama has imposed on the oil and gas in this country. So we will have plenty of oil and gas in this country within a very short period of time. Education will be another priority of his. We're ranked 23rd in the country. That needs to be fixed. Our trade situation is very bad in this country. We have China who are out there selling their products into the United States, and the Chinese government is subsidizing these products. So we have a very unfair advantage. They're also stealing our intellectual properties, and that needs to be solved. Cutting the deficit is something we have to do, and we have to take that serious. If we don't take that, we're done. People talk about Medicare all day long. We talk about Social Security. The hard facts are, if we don't take action now and resolve the issues and make cuts and tidy up the mess we have created for the last 30 years, we won't have Social Security, and we won't have Medicare, and we will not have anything in this country. So it's time to stop the nonsense and wake up, America, and let's make a change. It's going to champion small business. This is where the jobs are in America. Small business are depressed right now. So we need small business to rise up again. And if we take some of the taxes off of us and the regulations that are imposed upon us by the Obama administration, we can start creating millions and millions of jobs in this country. We can start bringing home the trillions of dollars that are sitting in foreign banks that large corporations can't bring home, because if they do, they're going to get taxed to death by the Obama administration. And so this is going on all over the world. Obama has put his fingertips on every country in the world where there's money, and he's going after it. Anywhere he can find a tax, he's going to go after it. He wants to just take money away from everybody. You earn your money, he wants to take it and give it to everybody else. So it's not a good situation. And so we're looking for jobs, jobs, jobs. Jobs are going to be created in the oil and gas business. When we lift the embargoes, there'll be millions of jobs created there. When we lift the embargo on the small business, there'll be millions of jobs created there. So this is what we expect from the Romney-Ryan team.